Welcome back to the channel, guys. I haven't uploaded in a while, and got some pretty big things going on, so I decided I'd make a video once again. I did actually, since you guys last watched, I did put a blow-off valve on. One of you guys actually said, well, I don't have an aluminum welder, so in my last video I said I don't have an aluminum welder to weld that on. One of you guys suggested brazing rods, aluminum brazing rods. And I tried it, and it works. Now there's a reason that this thing is painted though, because I ground everything down and painted it. It was super ugly. But nonetheless, back to this. I'm gonna make the wastegate tube and put bigger injectors in it. This is still stock injectors. I've been driving it all over the place. I've maxed them out many times, like just maybe hit 6 pounds of boost, and I've seen the air fuel gauge like hit 14.9, 15, like for a split second on a pole. I'm actually surprised this thing is not blown up, but it's still holding on. So yeah. Anyway, here's what I got going on for the wastegate dump. This is actually a down pipe from that I got with a stock truck manifold that I pulled from the wrecking yard. So I just put a plug in the O2 sensor hole, ground that off. I'm gonna put a couple tack welds on it. That way that stays on. Weld this on, and that should actually dump like right up here, because as you guys can see, it's, yeah, that stuff is, everything's black back there, covered in soot. Like, yeah, that's nasty. Anyway, that should solve my issue with that. Should just dump it straight up. Yeah, I'm gonna weld this, throw this in, then the injectors are supposed to be here today. They are snakeeater 1500 cc's. So yeah, we'll see how they do, see what happens, and I should be able to make a full pole finally. That should be awesome. Well, I got this thing welded up. Put a couple tacks on the bung. Just go right here. I gotta trim the fender yet, just a little bit, just a smidge. Also, I forgot to tell you guys, I did trim the hood to fit on here, and I'll just put a picture up since it's not on here. And the turbo does stick out just a little bit. I think if this were turned to go down to the intercooler, it would just stick out a little bit. Like, not bad at all. All right, well, just got these things in the mail. Snakeeater 1500 cc's, and these were EV14s, which mine has EV6 connectors, so I think that's the same thing. Well, the connectors are. The injector length might be a little bit different, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna take the rails off and stick the new injectors in, and hopefully everything goes well, and hopefully fires right up. All right, well, I got one of the old ones out, this one right here, and the new ones are slightly longer, so I'm probably just gonna space the rail up a little bit, which I don't know if that's gonna interfere with anything. Right here, this thing will move up, this sensor, so we'll see. I mean, it's gonna be close. Anyway, I'll figure it out. All right, well, I got them all in there. New injectors are in. I just have to put a bolt in here, which I need to space it first, so I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if I can find some spacers or washers. All right, well, I had a big washer that was like 4 millimeters thick, and that's what I needed, so I cut it to pieces and drilled holes. That's why the shapes are oblong. But anyway, got to put this thing under there. All the rest of them are cut already and put under and tighten down. So just got to put this one in, and then I'm gonna change out the plugs yet. Alright, so I got spark plugs all changed, which is pretty easy with this manifold. I also pushed it up here, that way I would have better lighting to do stuff like that, because it's kind of dark back there. I do have to adjust the fuel pressure. Everything clears here. I don't know if you guys, yeah, throttle linkage clears. Didn't have a problem with that. But I gotta set the fuel pressure to like a base of 43 with the bigger injectors. I had it at 58, but I'm gonna move it down. Anyways, I got the spark plugs changed out. Here's the part number I use, 3346 BR7EF NGKs. They were, here are the old ones, they're nasty. They were gapped at 25 thousandths out of the box. So I left them, put them in. If that's not tight enough of a gap, I'll take them back out, make them tighter. But anyways, I'm gonna grab the laptop and put the different injector data in and yeah, fire it up. Well, she's running. I got a lot of tuning to do yet, but I'm gonna go driving around and just, you know, tweak a little on the fuel system. Get it going. Well, I'm out here in no man's land, also known as Mexico. I'm gonna do a couple pulls, and I got the fuel dialed in already, and we're ready to make the pulls. So I'm probably gonna start from 40. No, maybe 50, I don't know. It's violent. It impresses me. But yeah, I'm gonna set the camera up and gonna give you a front facing view, and yeah, gonna do a couple pulls. Alright, well, hopefully my phone stays there. I don't have a GoPro, so. Guys, I'm gonna do one more pull, and I'm gonna log this pull, and we'll see what's going on. Good pull. This thing pulls so hard. Alright guys, I'm back in the shop with the S10. I made it home. I did start a data log. I stopped a data log, and I waited to save it until I got home, and the laptop froze. Once I got it back up and running, that data log was gone. So I really wanted to show you guys the intake air temps and stuff like that. But yeah, I actually do have another data log that I'll show you guys from a couple days ago when I was trying to make some fuel corrections and having some fun. So yeah, anyways, this thing was smoking like crazy when I got home. Well, not like crazy, but smoking a little bit. The breathers aren't going anywhere, so it's just spilling the oil out on the blow-by out on the engine. So that's smoking a little bit, which, I mean, probably making 8-9 pounds of boost, so it'll have a little bit of blow-by. And yeah, actually I also changed the oil in this thing the other day. I think the second time this year, and here's what I got out of it. I always dump my oil back into an old oil jug, and right here's quarts, and right here's what I got out of it. So 2 quarts. That's not good. Anyways, I think I usually put 5 quarts in it, and only 2 quarts back out. That's not very good. Anyway, this engine doesn't owe me anything. I'm probably putting a different engine in. I want to use the same heads, but I'd like to put a 5.3 in with aluminum block. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys the data log. All right, guys. Here is a data log from the other day when I was driving the S10, since my file got corrupted from just a minute ago. This right here, just gonna go with right here. I wanted to show you guys the manifold air temperature sensor reading, which right here is at 154 all the way at the end of the pole. And it was slowly climbing right here, the green line, you can see it. Slowly climbing up here, and that was in 3rd gear at 6,800 RPMs right there, you guys can see. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, which that's not too bad, which I kind of expected the hotter air temps without the intercooler. I just wanted to show some of you guys what my air temps were, because some people seemed concerned about no intercooler, which I do want to put an intercooler in. It just wasn't convenient for me to put an intercooler in this fall yet, to only drive it a couple weeks. But on this setup, my fresh air is literally going into the turbo. I'm not getting air from the radiator or, you know, hot air from the engine bay. It's like literally fresh air right into the turbo. And it has till right here where the manifold air temperature sensor is to heat up, which I'm guessing most of the heating up happens right here. But I thought that wasn't too bad, not even quite 100 degrees. Didn't even quite gain 100 degrees in there, so it wasn't too bad. And this was a, let me see, 21 seconds to 33 seconds. That was at least a 12-second pull, 11-second pull. Let me go to the transmission. All right, here's transmission. And right there, as you guys can see, we went to 6,800 RPMs, 3rd gear at 144 miles an hour in Mexico, of course. But yeah, that's not too bad for air intakes, in my opinion, which, give it another, you know, usually it's 70, 80, 90 degree in the middle of summer, so give it another 20 degree and it'll probably heat up faster because everything's going to be heat soaked. So it might hit 200, and that was a back-to-back pull, so I'm hoping they stay under 200 in the summer in a 1/4 mile pull, which is not too bad. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys liked it, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.